Okay, about Messenger. What can I say? Well, first of all, I came to that in a house. So whatever was in the house could not be implemented. They didn't have right lawyers or judges looking at that. So to me, I came to that in 92. That's for my system. So if you look at, to me, one of the first one was Yahoo. And then I can tell that's my messenger. Whoever told Yahoo, I've seen somewhere. Whoever told Yahoo, basically they knew my messenger. What's my messenger? Well, first of all, before they had, like what they say, internet. It means from one building wire goes to another building. Or web, from one building wire go to another building. And even if they were sending messages, they had some kind of own way. So, because I came to that in 92 and LinkedIn was like maybe 2-3 years before me, my messenger is based on LinkedIn, not like Oracle computer sending message. Or maybe like AutoZone kind of, or at that time Barnes & Noble. They can send message, but they don't have that kind of certain platform. And I do not send anything to other user. Normally I don't. Like in case of email, I do not send email to other user. It's more like working in a way of, I would say, client server, but it's not really client server because I have my own custom network. I don't have client server straight line. So basically my email, if I talk about email, my email supposed go to, so from client to server, but with a special custom network. And then another person is picking up or getting the message from that particular server. So in that case, my email doesn't go to another person. So if I send email, suppose to Wall Street, it does not go to New York, right in Wall Street building. It goes to, suppose, Colorado. If I choose a place for server, Colorado or Dakota or whatever. So that's where it goes. Now if Wall Street want to read message, they log in, and the message from, because I'm sending to, like, suppose Colorado or Dakota, right? So they get a message there. So my message doesn't travel to New York, but when I send, it will travel, it will go to his particular email within the same kind of, my build-up. Either I choose Colorado or it can be Dakota. So suppose they were implementing mine in Dakota, now, or Iowa, whatever, any place there. So if I send to Iowa, but I'm sending not to me, I'm sending to Wall Street. From that, within Iowa, that message is going within the same Iowa computers, is going to their email, and when they're reading, they're logging in, they're picking up from the same location, pretty much. So in case of previous ways, people were sending messages. Why I decided to go with some other way? Because in case of previous way of sending, they need to run computers. With previous ways, like be it internet or web, if they send message to other building, that building computer should be on. If computer is not on, it will not leave any messages. Now, if I do everything within my build up and I have power backup, and because my is working 24/7, not like previously AOL or some companies, they were running for certain time. So if they were sending messages from 8 to 5, it was working, but after that they are gone and computers are down, for instance. So in that case, after work, nobody really can send any message because computers are not running. But in my case, they can send message anytime. It will leave the message within big build-up, but it will go to their email, but within kind of the same build-up, because I have computers running. So, and they have application on that side, email, and then they have application on this side. And that current design of email, it's my design, it's not AOL's design. So everybody's playing around, but I never did allow to use that design. But they were using, and actually illegally, they cannot trade it, because that is my difference compared to AOL. That was for me to use, it's not for everybody to use. It was made up they can use because of false statements or illegal papers, but they cannot use. Anyway, my messenger came later. Now, my messenger, it is not working in a way of normal messages. Like I said before, people were sending to different buildings and computers had to run. Now in my case, I have messenger located within the same build-up. So basically it works like this. So suppose I have person, right? I added person, and then second, third person. Now it is within the same build-up where basically I have my email or my messenger. Now if that person online, it would indicate me, whoever I choose, he is online. Then I can text try, like me, him. So it could be, my actual idea was supposed to have a picture here. They started to use pictures later, like this one. Started to use pictures later, but my idea was some kind of picture, your picture. So basically you click, you see who is online, you click, you can talk to them. So in my case, it is all within my build-up, all this software, everything. So whoever is doing like, they don't have big difference. They actually are in illegal use because they got from my ex-wife, but she is not Italian. She cannot sign any papers or allow. So basically they were using without permissions, and then they were copywriting, which is illegal use. Basically you can consider any messenger in some sense illegal, because it was not the initial development for the exploring, because that's my exploring certain custom network, my email, search engine, and my messenger specifically made for my purpose. And anybody is copying, he is a copycat then. I don't think people should invest money into it. So suppose they have okay, like this. They're all similar, there is no big difference. I don't know who is approving. First of all, they had to ask, where did you get it? I can tell you, they got from ex-wife, and it was on private property in a house. They could not use anything I said in a house. Whatever is in the house cannot be used. Minnesota restricted. So what's up difference? There is no difference. The same names, you click, you can tap him and talking back and forth. That's what it is. You know, like talking back and forth. I was showing you the screen. Yahoo message. They're all the same. Now they all do the same pretty much. So what I said, that's what they implemented. But you could not program, and you cannot use that particular custom network. That's my browser. You cannot use. And search engine, nothing. Basically, everything was because of illegal papers. And I never did allow foreigners to implement anything. Because X5 keep talking, and her brain is copycating illegal brain, gold digging brain, and basically they just use, and then they think it's for them. My house is not for them. This is all was in the house. They cannot use. It's like anywhere in Europe, anything I said in the house, she got divorced, she talked, but it should not be implemented because it was in the house. So I'm looking for the talk. I'm looking for the talk. That particular email, it's my design. You know, those things on top, to whom and subject, all that, this design, message and all that. That's not AOL 91 design. That's actually design illegal use from the house. They could not use anything from the house. So where's that? I want to see. That's what I had. Kind of like I was showing to you, like suppose like this. Okay, this one with faces. So it should be face. Well, it should be when you talk, your face or your name or something, or like icon, so that you easily can see with you with other person. So that's pretty much my message, like this. This one, this one. Now I go further, and wherever you see Skype is my video message. So if you look at Skype, whatever, you know what Skype, you can check. Basically in Skype you can do those, you can leave message like on Messenger, but beside that you have a screen, you can see each other, and you can see, I think up to 9 people. So I didn't like too many. It could be too many, but I didn't like. I decided 9 or 8 or 10 or whatever. This was with 9. For me that was okay, kind of. So my Skype had this, not Skype, but my video that Skype used had this plus like a chat. So if person you don't see, you can leave a message, just like that one. So that one was more simple, just photo. Okay, that was just photo. So if you look at Skype, for instance, you see again Estonian developers. This, suppose that one they found from ex-wife, cannot use that one, cannot develop. Anything she tagged there cannot be used. It was in a house in Minnesota. The United States should disapprove that kind of development, especially selling to Americans. Anything they found from ex-wife was in Minnesota on private property. So that was my particular that one video. They were implementing mine. They didn't implement for internet. If they would implement for internet, they would never go to like in the middle of the country to load software, because this software should be loaded in the middle of the country, which is my way. But previous configurations, they were sending from building to building. This kind of stuff is not located in a building, and another person doesn't have it. It has only application that will access on the on that big builder. It will access just like email, and that tag, in fact, the most software, the most things done, it would be not on your end or his end. It would be like in the middle of the country. That's where you would leave messages. That's where you form, like, you know, like these people, like those people you've seen, 9 people. That webcam go to computer, but it doesn't go to other user. It goes to the middle of the country where you have computers and software. That's where you form all of them together. So all those actually developers have to be actually disapproved. They have to be, Microsoft had to ask him, where did you get it? They got from ex-wife. Well, but what's his paper? Because it's like my stuff. So I was talking about my stuff. It should be me doing legal paperwork. So basically they used illegally. They could not develop and sell it. Was created. They didn't create, they were programming mine. So that one needed investigation, all those developers. If money went to Olga, that's illegal income. She is not a talent for that. That would be known as illegal copying. And then what? That one, most likely politicians involved. That won't be considered as corruption. And eBay acquire. They should not acquire that. They need to ask who is the talent. If they say may allow, I didn't allow, I was in the United States. The same would be for any other video, because they're all copycatting. They keep putting different names, but they're doing the same. I never did allow to use. I do not belong to open source. They cannot use my stuff as open source. That house did not belong to open source. They are basically making false statements and lies, most likely illegal signatures, illegal papers. They're not creators like those Estonian developers, especially when 2003. I came to that in 92. So that kind of like, you see, that one, Yahoo. They started in 94 after me, but look like Olga didn't tell them. They told those Estonian people, and later they sold. It's illegal use. House cannot use, intellectual property cannot use. Should not work. They should not do anything in place based on my way, because they are not the intellectual property owner to do that. So basically expect illegal papers there. If money go to her, that's illegal income, because she put some fraud there. Because she's divorced, why money should go there? Probably she said some fraud. So now this is 94, and this one, Skype, was what, 2003, right? Yeah, I can tell by the face. It's not his stuff. He was programming because someone said, most likely. But I do not allow him, I did not allow them. But again, ex-wife talk, but I expect this is copyright violation. They should have copyright infringement. It's not their way, it's not for them to use. So you can use copyright infringement for Skype. Now, suppose 2003, right? That's what I see. 2003, 2005. Okay, for the first release, it should be my name and copyrights, because Olga said about mine it should be copyrights. If they were selling, they had to sell with me, otherwise they were selling illegal use. That one, eBay got illegal use, I guess. Is that eBay? I thought Microsoft is owner. I thought the Microsoft, for some reason. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, and then Microsoft. This has beginning illegal papers, false statements, intellectual property violations, and talking too much, based on Minnesota law, talking too much, over normal limit. So this one, Microsoft got Lemon, Skype, second Lemon, LinkedIn, the same situation. Could not use, could not program, could not copyright. So be my name, I pay compensation too. That was not for free. I don't care what Olga is saying. It's not her brand. So this one, they even put 9. Illegal use. So this one, in 2003, suppose maps. In 2003, 2005, I was in Garden Grove. I don't know what happened. They had big movement of those crooks. Crooks big movement. So for Skype, and for any paperwork plus for sales, they should contact me in Garden Grove, because it was not the developing kind of plan or intellectual property from scratch. Scratch means nothing. It was me. So you need to pay, and you need to have my name on copyrights. So Microsoft has purchased LinkedIn and Skype with copyright infringement future. You didn't ask, because you had to ask. You need to ask who is the initial tenant. How did you start? See, they're buying illegal. See, so this is Garden Grove. This is Garden Grove. It was 2003, 2004, 2005. That's where Skype had to go, but they're far away. They couldn't. Then they had to be stuck. So whoever's helping them, politicians, they are not in a position to offer my intellectual property to program and sell. They're doing illegal business. Because the condition of copyrights, you need to be a thinker for that. So if I came to that, you cannot copyright without me. That's how I look. Otherwise, I even today, I don't allow to use it. I never did allow. It was in the house. So they couldn't come. That's it. Stop. Be substantially different. Develop. You like internet? Develop for internet. This is not internet. My custom network configuration is not internet. So don't try to play with it and name like it. I do not allow to name anything mine as internet, because I don't belong to them, and that house didn't belong to them. And also web 2. It's not web, not for web, nothing. Just mind your business. So Garden Grove, that would be place to go. And now 2011, I was in Hawaii. If Microsoft want to know something from me, verify. I can tell you, Microsoft lawyer, purchasing lawyer involved, they're kind of stupid. Because none of them are asking who is initial talent. You're a programmer, but where did you get it? So before the programming, you need to decide what to program. It's a software development, big part, from scratch, from nothing. You should come to something, and then it goes to programmers. So that the first part they don't ask. That's, I think they're buying. They like to buy lemons, so they're stupid, or lawyers are crooked. Maybe lawyers are getting kickbacks. That's why they kind of pushed it. Those politicians have nothing to do with my intellectual property, because ex-wife repeating, that's not enough. It's not her stuff to implement and sell. So basically they're in illegal business. And if Microsoft has some kind of lawyers, they cannot evaluate. They might think those Estonians came to that. The Estonians never came to that. Olga told them, not Estonians. Where Olga found? From me. From where? From the house. Stop. Then White House should say, no, stop, you cannot sell it. You cannot sell it. With that kind of acquiring, with that kind of plan, cannot sell it. So 2011 I was here somewhere on Navajo, but I was there for 10 years, approximately 11 years, from 2006 to 17. So that's it. That's all I can say. Anyway, those new Telegram or anything, it's another copy. It's not for them to use, it's not for them to do. They should mind their business. I did allow, so stop playing with it. Telegram, be it Telegram, be it what they call them, WhatsApp, or they're all similar. They just give different name. I do not allow to use my messengers to anyone. I never did allow. They used illegal papers and false statements. So if this one found it in 2013, and I was in 92, first to me, first company appeared to me started to use mine is Yahoo, and then I'm not sure if AOL had it, but Yahoo, and then I see some other ones, and this is just another messenger. Now I said also it should be secure for the talk. So they applied this or other ones, they applied security. But honestly, American lawyers should not approve it. So if I came to one in the beginning for my search engine, for my this or that in a house, my intellectual property, and somebody keep lying and telling everybody they can do that, those people have wrong talk. They cannot say. I can tell you, Minnesota law is strict. You cannot, Olga cannot talk too much, and they could not develop and sell anything, including WhatsApp or Telegram or this or this or this or this or this. They have 1 million of them. They're like stupid. They think whatever they see, they just program that they make the same. No. For investors, it does not work like that. For investors, it should be your product. It means you need to be substantially different. That kind of stupid understanding, oh, I see, I do the same, that is called gray market. And gray market is not for trading. You cannot trade. So if you see Nike and you do Nike, you cannot trade it because it's considered as gray market. You need to be substantially different. Too close, it will be disapproved. In fact, some companies are doing, but they don't trade. To trade, it means you need to be a talent. People don't understand what it means. To trade, it's like you trade a certain commodity. You should come to that. Like in case of biotech, they should come to formula. They cannot use formula. They cannot steal that formula or get by spying and then make something out of it and sell. That's what they do with that exploring. They get something illegally and then make something out of it and sell. And I'm sure politicians are involved. And those people who are getting, that is called corruption. Olga is dealing with corruption. All her setup, illegal papers, false statements, all kind of probably fake signatures. I'm telling you, politicians have nothing to do with my Minnesota house. Nothing. So whatever Olga was saying, politicians could not use, but they keep talking, walking, this. I'm telling you, it's all bullshit. I don't even suggest you to get any messenger. In fact, I don't have any messengers right now. I cannot trust them. All those people, I cannot trust them. They are wrong people. Even Skype, I cannot trust even Skype. So, because I know the beginning and I don't want to really have anything to do with it. That's all I can say. Have a good time, bye.